Former Vice President Joe Biden hammered President Trump over his handling of the coronavirus pandemic today during a press conference. The Democratic nominee also said if he were president, he'd use existing federal disaster law to direct more federal funding to our schools to help them reopen safely. The former VP also spoke with our political editor Dennis Welch earlier today. He's live here in the studio tonight with more on their conversation.
Yeah, and this all comes as the Democratic nominee is planning to make a stop in Kenosha, Wisconsin tomorrow. Now this, along with Portland, Oregon, these two cities highlight the debate over protest violence. And given the political divide in the country right now, I asked Mr. Biden how he would handle this moment if he were president.
Well, first of all, the way I do is I try to bring people together, not try to rile people up. The president does nothing but pour gasoline on the fire that's going on. And whether it's in Kenosha or whether it's in Portland, anyone who engages in using ammunition, live ammunition, to take another person's life should be tried, should be arrested, and the facts should come forward. It's as simple as that. Violence is violence. People have a right to peacefully protest. They do not have a right to engage in violence, burning, looting, and the idea that you won't condemn those who are inciting violence as well, like the right-wing guys who are going along, I guess, shooting paintballs. Doesn't justify that person being shot, but it is part of pouring fuel on the fire. The president should condemn both.
And during our brief interview, Mr. Biden also talked about parts of his COVID-19 plan. He has raised the idea of trying to convince governors across the country to implement a mandatory mask mandate for as long as 3 months, if that is still needed. Jared.
I saw on social media today the results of a couple new polls released. These are kind of like the first post-convention polls out.
Yeah, and one of them is the Fox News poll that was put out there. And what's interesting about that is if you look at the polling averages right now, it still shows, Mr. Biden is up slightly, about 2-3 points. However, this Fox News poll shows that among likely voters, Mr. Biden has opened up a 9-point lead. And a lot of that is being driven by his support among female voters as well as Hispanic voters right now.
That's 9 points nationally?
That's here in Arizona.
9 points in Arizona, according to the Fox News poll.
Yes.
All right. Dennis Welch, thanks.